Fred Alexander on the pole leads him around. Flag stand says it's go time. The green flag drops and we are racing.
Fred Alexander gets a good jump in that number 8 car.
Actually, a really good jump in there.
Nice move by Austin Doe to stay out of the way of the sideways Alexander in the number 8 car. Fred Alexander, the number 8, went into that number 1 corner just a little too hot and lost traction and slid out sideways.
One thing I noticed on the start there, Austin Doe was right on the money as far as watching for the green and came from way back in the pack to jump out in front. Some of the other guys maybe not quite as ready as Austin Doe in the 17 car, currently leading.
And he's going around.
Going around. That track is a little bit slick after being worked and putting some water on it. Good job on Austin Doe to get back in the program and not hold anything up.
Rocky Alexander's going to come around and give him the wave and say, see, I told you it was a little slick there.
Absolutely. Well, it takes a while for the first few races to pack that surface back in, and as we mentioned earlier, it'll get faster all night long. Ooh.
Oh, we got, car was that? That's the 97 car of Lee Schaff off on the number 1 corner. Holding third place position, though, with the leader now being 33 of Corey Evans. The blue 33 coming around out of number 4 corner right now past the flag stand, finishing up 3 laps. So these guys are going to take a few laps to figure out where's the good spots to run, where are the grooves to run, where can there's their car hold the best. Meanwhile, Corey Evans is leading the field still, coming out of number 4 corner, taking her a little bit sideways, but the lines are back up and down the front straightaway with Alyssa Harris in the 17, hot on his heels. Evans going high, Harris staying a little low and gaining some ground again.
Harris doing a good job of staying right on the 33 of Evans, and if you watch her going around, she's just maintaining a nice smooth line all the way around, whereas some of the other guys are maybe a little bit more erratic, but she's doing a great job in catching up to the first place car. Third place belongs to Lee Schaff. He's made up some ground there as well. It looks like his brakes must have locked up on that last time. He just about shot off the number 1 and 2 corner.
Brendan Higgs being lapped in the 14 car by the 33 of Corey Evans. Alyssa Harris losing ground now to Evans. If Harris can keep that low line working and Evans continues to use the high line, if the race is long enough, we're going to see a change in that first place position.
2 laps left to go for Corey Evans and Alyssa Harris. Third place belongs to Lee Schaff. Fourth place in the number 17 car, that is Austin Doe. Fifth place belongs to the 48 car of
Colby Ginnis is in the 48 car.
Colby Ginnis, that's correct. Fred Alexander having a little bit of trouble down there in corner number 1, where the white, he's got it back under power and gets it back onto the track.
Taking the checkered flag, here's the 33 car of Corey Evans.
Your winner in the first heat of tonight's program, Estevan Motor Speedway, the number 33 car, Corey Evans out of Estevan.
Alyssa Harris taking in third in the 17 car, and Lee Shaw, or second, Alyssa Harris, 17 car in 97, Lee Shaw coming in third. Looking for the green flag, and there it waves, and they're going racing. Randy Stepp leading into number 1 quarter. Jim Mann sneaks up in the number 3 car on the inside, challenging for second almost immediately. Chris Ducard in the 20 car is running third, the white 20.
4 wide.
Then we got quite a pack of them back into the 21, the 27, the 6, and the 99, all running almost under a blanket.
3 wide, 4 wide coming through 2 and 4 corners. Wow.
Jim Mann going low in the number 3. Randy Stepp going high and then darts down inside and regains that.
Oh.
And we got some trouble. The 2 old guys are out there on the back corner coming out of number 2 corner. Jim Mann and Randy Stepp got all tangled up. Didn't lose much track position though.
You know,
didn't trade too much paint.
Those old guys still have some fire in their belly, obviously.
Meanwhile, young Brady Mann in the number 6 car brought that from the rear up to the front. Oh, and Randy Stepp and Jim Mann are now off. They're going to go for a drink of water over there in the lagoon, I think. I'm going to talk about this for a while.
Your leader is the number 6 car, Brady Mann. Second place belongs to the young fella, J.J. Barnstable, followed by the 20 of Curtis. Number 21 car is Carl Hansen, followed by Mike Wilson, Jim Mann, and Randy Stepp. Halfway through this race, and it is still Brady Mann, but with something going on there, his car is having some trouble. Looks like he's leaking some fluid. And Brady Mann takes his car off the surface, heading for the pits. Looks like there was some fluid coming out from underneath that car. And it is J.J. Barnstable in the lead, followed by Curtis in the 20 car. And a great battle for third and fourth spot with Jim Mann and Carl Hansen.
Currently leading the field, the 99J of J.J. Barnstable. He hasn't spun out yet, I don't think, in this heat. Doing a good job there. Chris Ducard in the 20 running second. Jim Mann running third in the number 3. Carl Hansen in fourth in the 21. Randy Stepp in fifth in the 81. And Mike Wilson picking up sixth in the 27 car.
Barnstable running quite a good race, being a real good lead out there now, and actually even making some distance between the second place car. This white flag lap is up. He's got one more time around for this second heat of IMCA Hobby Stocks. Well, it is Barnstable, Curtis, Mann, Hansen, Stepp, and Wilson. That is your running order for the program right now. Coming around to take the checkered flag for the second heat of Hobby Stocks. There's your winner, J.J. Barnstable. Second place goes to the number 20 car of
Chris Ducard in the 20. Jim
Chris
Mann
Ducard,
picking
I'm
up
sorry,
third. Carl Hansen picking up fourth in the 21 car, and Randy Stepp in the 81 picking up fifth.
My apologies to Chris Ducard. I was calling him Curtis, and it's Chris Ducard. Brings up our first heat of IMCA stock cars. Green flag drops, and we are racing. Kelly Henderson leads them around. Oh, they're really going hard coming down past the flag stand with Trent Emil and the
99 of Rocky Alexander, if that is Rocky Alexander. That's who was tagging together there coming out of number 4 corner.
Three wide coming out of number 4 corner. That is good racing, ladies and gentlemen. That means that track is coming in nice.
Rocky Alexander really running sideways, coming through 1 and 2 corners, but he holds her. And a very controlled slide going through 1 and 2 corner. Good driving there by Rocky. Then we got the 36 car going a little bit loose, tapping into the 11 of Trent Emo. Was Nicky in the 36, having a little bit of trading paint with Emo back in number 3 and 4 corner. Meanwhile, Kelly Henderson in that 24 has got this track kind of figured out for this heat by the looks of it.
Henderson with a nice lead. Of course, those cars were racing very hard behind him, going 3 wide through the corners and really racing against each other. And of course, that always puts the car, if you're out in front, it gives you a little bit of an advantage going out there. Halfway through this first heat of IMCA stock cars, Kelly Henderson leads, followed by Trent Emil in number 11. The 21 car, that is Wes Bayer. And look at these guys, 3, 4 wide down the back straightaway. Rocky Alexander shoving his nose in there. And the 71L there is Brendan Labatt. He looks like he wants to get to the front as well. This is super racing, ladies and gentlemen.
We've got a real battle going on here for third place, that's for sure. Rocky Alexander trying to hold him off. Sterling Labatt, or Brendan Labatt?
Brendan Labatt,
Brendan Labatt running today. is doing a good job in that 71 car. A little higher groove, but he's trying very hard to go around Rocky Alexander in that 99. And he looks like he's might do it in this next set of corners as he goes in a little bit in the front. If he can control that, and he does.
A nice job there. Brendan Labatt figured out that middle groove, and he just seemed to absolutely wipe away Rocky Alexander that was trying to go down low on him, and just went and put some really nice track speed there, and then making some big-time gains on Trent Emil, the second spot of the race. Only got one lap left to go, though. He's got to have to go to make it happen for second place.
And he's going now. He's going to try to do it through 3 and 4 corners. We're going to see whether these guys can hold on to second and third, or they're going to open it up for Rocky Alexander.
There's your winner in the number 24 car. That's Kelly Henderson. Second place goes to Brendan Labatt, followed by Trent Emil in third place. And Rocky Alexander brings up fourth spot. Man, oh man, that was a good race.
Was Nicky pulling in a fifth place finish?
Keep an eye on that 71L later, Brendan Labatt. Man, oh man, did he come from nowhere to come in second.
After about 3 or 4 laps, he had that track figured out where he wanted to run. And yes, you're right. We're going to look for him in the feature. And we're going to see some good moves out of him. The green flag's flying, and we're coming 3 wide past the flag stand.
Carl Hansen wanted to go up high and hold some of those cars behind him. They're going through number 1 and 2 car corner, 3 wide. Labatt shoving his way up into second spot, 3 wide down the back straightaway. That is Greg Mann and
Blair Hansen going a little too high, losing ground, losing track position. Sterling Labatt in the 55, the new leader here. Greg Mann coming up in third, challenging with Blair Hansen.
Car on the move right now is the 0 car of Robbie Roselli. If he can hang on to it at the top, man, oh man, he has really got that thing going in the 0 car.
Meanwhile, Sterling Labatt in the 55 has got a good grasp on the first place position. We saw him right at the start of the race, right at the very dropping of the green flag. He was pushing hard from about second and third position back for the guys that were holding them back in front. We got Blair Hansen going.
We got cars all over the place here. Look out.
Oh, and everybody slides to a stall without, I don't think we've traded any paint and all that, Pat.
Good job of driving by all those guys out there, avoiding any contact. So we'll get those cars going back on the racetrack here shortly.
And we're going again. Sterling Labatt will try to lead them ahead into number 1 corner. Going a little high. Greg Mann trying to come down inside. Sterling Labatt coming low through number 2 corner and takes the lead again. Doesn't give it up. Sterling Labatt's learning how to drive this number 55 car around the track very nicely. Coming down the inside, Ryan Harris trying to get by the 20 car of Joe Flory. Ooh, and Joe Flory gets tapped ever so slightly and loses traction and off, sitting sideways in number 2 corner. Down into the infield, the caution flag is out. And once again, Sterling Labatt in the 55 leads them into number 1 corner. Greg Mann goes completely sideways, down into the infield in the 95 car. Does a 360 and brings her back on the racing surface. He wants another caution. Some people would, there goes Sterling Labatt going around in the 55 car, allowing Robbie Roselli to sneak on by to the lead. That was an unassisted spin and another unassisted spin right behind him again in the 55 or the 95 car of Greg Mann. So Labatt and Mann both having trouble keeping up to the 0 of Robbie Roselli and the 20 of John Flory. So a couple out-of-town boys coming in and showing the boys from town how to drive the car on their own speedway.
Of course, Robbie Roselli has lots of experience in that car. I was just sitting back there waiting for somebody to make a mistake. It happened, and he was able to shoot his car right up into the front spot. Labatt having some trouble taking his car to the pit as well. We're left with 3 cars for the last 2 laps. Roselli, Joe Flory, and Greg Mann.
Taking the white flag, it's Robbie Roselli, 1 more lap to go. Joe Flory trying to close that gap, but it seems to be getting a little more distant each lap of this racing surface.
Where is Joe Flory running out of, Bill?
Out of Williston, I believe.
Okay. So there's your winner in the 0 car out of Minot, North Dakota, Robbie Roselli, followed by Joe Flory out of Williston. Third place will belong to Greg Mann out of Estevan in the 95 car.
Jordan Boyce on the pole. Les McClanahan beside him in the 29. Cody Shope in the 02. Mike Hagan in the 27X. And we're going racing. And they're tangling up coming out of number 4 corner. Devin Rader, Richie Mann coming into number 1. Tapping and bumping. Rayners looks like he's lost some engine power. And he's going to take that one off to the pits. Storm and Jordan Boyce still holding the lead in that 67X.
Wow, these cars are coming off number 4 corner, 3 and 4 wide. Man, oh man, these guys are moving. But right now it is Jordan Boyce, Les McClanahan.
Cody Shope in the 02 car running in the 4th place position is showing a lot of smoke. I don't know if that's tire or what it actually is.
Hagan sitting in 3rd spot, followed by Shope in the number 11 car of Pfeiffer. 5th place belongs to Hank Berry, followed by the 21 car of Aaron Turnbull, and bringing up the rear of the 42 is Richie Mann.
You know, typically when you see tire smoke coming off a car, it's in the corners when the car shifts over. Cody Shope's car is showing the smoke quite regular, so if it is a tire rub, he's rubbing excessively. Jordan Boyce leading the field around. Les McClanahan challenging hard. Mike Hagan, that new fancy paint job of the mighty Mad Mike Hagan, the 27X. Running out of Williston. Cody Shope's not giving up as he tries to take 4th away from Steve Pfeiffer in the 11 car. We got a real race going on here, Pat.
4th place belongs, that's the last transfer spot, we believe. That belongs to Stephen Pfeiffer. So it is Boyce, McClanahan, Hagan, and Pfeiffer. That's your top 4. Aaron Turnbull trying to get in the mix, following back there with Hank Berry fighting it out for a 6th and 7th spot. They got some work to do if they want to get into tonight's A main without having to go through the B. Oh,
we got some tapping and banging going on between Mike Hagan and Steve Pfeiffer. Everybody breaks and locks up, and not much damage there. A little bit of a wrinkle on the left rear of Mike Hagan, but nothing to affect him. Jordan Boyce putting a little distance between him and Les McClanahan. Les running 2nd in the 29 car. Mike Hagan still running 3rd. Steve Pfeiffer 4th. Hank Berry working his way up to 5th, looking to take that last transfer spot away from flying Steve Pfeiffer. Aaron Turnbull running behind in 6th place, right behind Hank Berry in that Remax Rocket in the 21. Cody Shope hasn't blown up the 02 car yet, and it's still smoking and doing all right, running 7th.
Best race of the track right now is the 27X and the 11 of Pfeiffer, fighting it out for 3rd and 4th spot. Man, those guys are battling. Hank Berry trying to get in there to get that last transfer spot, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. One more lap left to go. Jordan Boyce in the 67 car out of Minot, North Dakota, leading him around. Looks like he should have this one in the bag if he can bring it around to past the flag stand. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your winner, number 1st heat, Jordan Boyce out of Minot, North Dakota, followed by Les McClanahan of Estevan. 27X is Mad Mike Hagan out of Williston, and the 11 car Flying Steve Pfeiffer out of Bull Bells, North Dakota. That'll be your 4 transfers. The other guys get to run again in the B mains coming up later on.
Corey Mann sees the green flag drop, and we're going racing.
Looks like Joe Galloway out of Ontario is serious about what he's doing here and pushes his car to the front of the pack ahead of Corey Mann. Goes up high through 3 and 4, but down low on the 2K cars. Troy Kittler out of Turtle Lake looking to move in there. Massett having some trouble, shoots it into the infield, but stays out of trouble in front of everybody.
Troy Kittler in the 2K running 2nd. Corey Mann now running 3rd. The number 4 car, Brad Lisfeld, running 4th, but being overtaken by the 4T of Troy Heupel down on the inside, coming into number 1 corner.
Of course, we mentioned earlier the 4T car of Troy Heupel. That's your leader in IMCA modified points out of Williston Basin Speedway. So he knows his way around the racetrack. But right now, setting the pace in the 71E, that is Joe Galloway out of Ontario. followed second very closely by the 2K car of Troy Kittler out of Turtle Lake. Troy Kittler winning a feature in Minot here just recently. Third place belongs to Corey Mann. Hipple looking to go past him down the back straightaway.
I think Joe Galloway has raced before.
I would say definitely he has.
He's leading the field around. Troy Kittler running second in the 2K. Corey Mann still running third. Troy Heupel running fourth. That's your last transfer spot. Tom Massa bringing up fifth, being challenged by the 31 car of Stu Veroba.
I was watching Galloway going into number 4 corner. He really goes in hot in there, and he must have some good brakes or doing something different in there. But man, does he ever throw that car into corner number 3 and 4. He should have a no fear sign on that car, I'm thinking. Heupel doing his best to get by Corey Mann, not able to do it on that inside line. I think he's going to have to look more to the middle of the track to get by him. The cars are starting to sneak down lower as we watch here. They're not going as far up on the racetrack.
And nobody's really outstanding above anybody else. We've got 6 cars just kind of holding position as we're going around this first 6 laps of this third heat race. Or second heat race, sorry. But meanwhile, Joe Galloway in the 71E car coming all the way out of Ontario, a few provinces east of us here. If you were to talk to him right now, he might say that he likes this track.
White flag is out for Joe Galloway. Second place belongs to Troy Kittler. Third and fourth spot still battling there is Troy Heupel and Corey Mann. They're having a great race there. That's really the only race on the track. Uh-oh, we got Stu Veroba in trouble over there in corner number 4. Everybody gets slowed down, and that's the end of the race. Joe Galloway out of Ontario, that's your winner. Troy Kittler in second spot. Corey Mann in third, and Troy Heupel. Those are your 4 transfer spots for tonight's A main.
Davin Emil always does very well coming from the rear in that 21E car.
And the green flag drops, and we're racing. Wayne Johnson leads him around, followed by the 63 of Barassa. Looking in underneath as the 33 car of Alan Kent gets in there into third, slows everybody up behind him a little bit. Sean Strand goes down low and is able to make up some spots.
Alan Kent sneaks up a spot or two, running second now behind the 4J of Wayne Johnson. Sean Strand sneaking on the inside, steals third place away from Ed Barassa.
Coming up hard through the field, the fastest car out there right now is the 19 car of John Flory. Man, is he coming from nowhere. Puts himself into the last transfer spot, now sitting in 4th spot.
Tyler Wagner coming back in the 5th place position there now. He's got that blue 77 working hard, bumps into Ed Barassa, loses some power, maybe a tire. And Tyler Wagner takes his 77 off to the pit area. Wayne Johnson, Alan Kent, Sean Strand, John Flory, the top 4.
All 4 of those cars could be the winner in tonight's A main. Those cars are all very, very fast and good drivers in those cars. 4J, Wayne Johnson leads him around. 33 of Alan Kent, second spot. Sean Strand out of Bismarck, followed by the 19 car, John Flory out of Williston. Those 4 cars putting some distance on the rest of the field now with 6 laps left to go.
I noticed John Flory, he always likes to set that car up almost that it runs on 3 points, and he does that quite often, so he obviously likes the way that it handles when it does that, and he does very well when it does that. So the big 19 out of Williston, Montana, or North Dakota.
So we got 4 Americans leading this heat here right now.
That's right. Just thinking of another case of some out-of-towners coming in and running well in this track.
Of course, Alan Kent running a Turnbull car, and Alan being out of Minot, running one of the Turnbull cars.
We're coming down into the last few laps. 3 left to go. Wayne Johnson still leading this field in the 4J. Alan Kent in the 33.
I think Alan Kent still has a little bit left there. Looking underneath the 4J of Wayne Johnson. Of course, Wayne Johnson isn't going to make too many mistakes. Alan Kent's going to have to do something spectacular to get by him. Maybe try a different line, go higher, go lower. Tries the old slingshot, it isn't. But Johnson shuts the door on him coming through number 2 corner.
Wayne Johnson blocked that hole very nice coming into number 2 corner.
He showed it to him and said, I don't think so. Good job on Wayne Johnson.
Alan Kent was only thinking, where's my brake pedal at that time?
One lap.
Gonna try it one more time coming on the inside. Alan Kent, if he could find a hole, could put that car by him.
1 lap left to go, and that is the 4J of Wayne Johnson in the lead, followed closely by the 33 of Kent. And there's your winner in the 33, Alan Kent. Kent comes from behind on the very last lap to take first place in the 3rd heat of modifieds. Good job of Alan Kent there coming off number 4 corner to take first place away from Wayne Johnson. 2nd place to Wayne Johnson. 3rd place to Sean Strand. And the 19 car of John Flory. That's your 4 transfer spots.
Caution lights are out and the green flag's flying. And we're going racing. And Tyson Turnbull, the number 10, brings them into number 1 corner. Daryl the Doc Runge hot on his heels. That's a little bit of bouncing and bumping going on between the 88 and the 61 car. Wes Bailey battling his way back up into 4th place position there. Trying to keep her straight, and he doesn't give that up. Overtakes Chris Hortness in that 17H. Tyson Turnbull holding on to that 1st place position though right now. Tyson Turnbull in the 10 car running 1st, and the 88 car running 2nd. Daryl Doc Runge running 3rd. And the green flag goes, and Tyson Turnbull tries to hold him up a little bit in number 4 corner. Successful for a moment, and then he barrels her down the front straightaway and leads the field around, coming in the back side now into number 3 corner.
Right from the very back of the pack in the 17 car, that is Harris. He's shot up at the top, looking to get into that last transfer spot, doing a great job if he can run it up high. Harris flying around the top, making up some ground, but
Chris Hortness in that 17, or Jim Harris, I guess that's the other 17. Jim Harris was looking for a top groove to work for him, trying to gain some position. Seems to be working a bit for him.
Harris really flying around on the top side, trying to get into that 4th spot ahead of Daryl Runge in the 0 car. The other 3 spots are pretty secure right now, with Turnbull leading him around, followed by the 17H of Chris Hortness in 2nd, and the 88 of Matahovic in 3rd.
And a lot of smoke coming out of the 75 car of Derek Lissefeld as he takes it into the infield.
Harris making his move down the back straightaway. Can he get by Daryl Runge this time around, coming through 3 and 4 corners?
Matahovic into the bottom side of Chris Hortness there in number 4 corner.
Looks like Harris is going to do it this time by, coming through 1 and 2 corners to get himself into the last transfer spot. Found a new line up there, and it seems to be really working for him, and nicely into 4th spot. Good job of driving by the 17 car of Jim Harris. But it is Tyson Turnbull leading around by a pretty good margin right now. Hortness in 2nd, Matahovic in 3rd, followed by the 4th place car of 17 of Jim Harris.
Tyson Turnbull by about 10 or 15 car lengths, leading this field around. A couple laps to go. Chris Horton is running 2nd. Will Matahovic running 3rd. Jim Harris in the 117 in that last transfer spot, running that high groove and still being successful for him. And then it's Daryl Doc Runge and Derek Big Eagle fighting for that 5th place position, or to get by the Jim Harris in that last transfer spot.
So
Tyson Turnbull by a straightaway coming around. taking the checkered flag.
There's
there you
your
go.
winner, number 10 car out of Estevan, Tyson Turnbull.
It's Hortness by a bumper over Mild Matahovic.
Your last transfer spot goes to Jim Harris. Green flag drops and we are racing. Corey Evans leads them around.
6 cars, 6 laps, all for the cash. Corey Evans in the 33, leading the field out of number 2 corner. Alyssa Harris running a hot second. J.J. Barnstable running third. Jim Mann and Lee Schaft almost tied for fourth. It's like Schaft on the inside, Mann losing. Coming by the flag stand, there's still front bumper to front bumper.
Corey Evans doing a good job, but he has his hands full right now with Alyssa Harris in the 17 car. 3 wide down the back straightaway on the other for second or third, fourth, and fifth spots.
Jim Mann going sideways, sneaks past the nose of J.J. Barnstable.
Jim Mann looking for a shortcut, didn't work very well.
Not as much traction down in the infield, I hear.
But
Corey Evans leading the field around, coming down the front straightaway.
pretty good battle there with Harris and Corey Evans right now. 3 laps halfway through, and Harris looking to go underneath.
They were together in the first heat as well, and they finished first and second, of course. Evans and Harris.
Harris having a little bit of trouble coming off number 2. There's kind of a dry spot over there, and she seems to get into that and lose some track position.
In fact, the front 3 right now, the Evans, Harris, and Schaaf are the front, or the first 3 finishes in the first heat. They're all out of the first heat, so you would have to think that the first heat of cars was displaying a little more speed than the second heat in this hobby class. Corey Evans leading the field. 1 more to go. White flag is out.
And tonight's winner in the Dash for Cash in the number 33 car, Corey Evans.
Kelly Henderson sees the green flag, and they're running. Robbie Roselli right beside him going into number 1 corner.
It's Labatt in third, sitting there nice and comfortably right now, followed by Flory and Greg Mann. Emil comes up the back of the pack. Roselli looking down low, trying to get by Henderson, and does. Roselli trying to shove Henderson up a little bit and try to maintain that low line, but Henderson had good momentum coming off number 2 corner to take the lead back.
Roselli and Henderson, the first place finishes in both the alternate heats there in the stock car class. We remember talking about Brendan Labatt, that 71 car, and how he had figured out where he wanted to run, and he was doing a great thing, and he's just dogging behind these 2 guys right now, right behind Roselli and Henderson, and looking for an opportunity to sneak on by.
I would think Labatt's waiting for those 2 guys to race each other a little harder and looking to go around them maybe if they make a mistake. But right now, very few mistakes between Henderson and Roselli. Henderson running a little higher line through the middle of the corners, just able to stay ahead by inches of Robbie Roselli. Great race going on. Door handle to door handle coming through number 3 and 4 corners. Wow, what a race. 2 laps left to go this time by.
Henderson found some traction in number 1 and 2 corner and put her ahead just a little bit. Labatt trying to look for something inside.
Man, that is racing, guys. White flag lap coming up. Henderson and Roselli still door handle to door handle all the way around. Roselli gains a little bit, can't hang on. Wow.
We're not calling this one yet, folks.
This is great. Roselli tries to run Henderson up high a little bit.
And who's got who coming by? Oh,
there's your winner.
One of them's your winner.
I don't know how I was going to call that
I'm
one.
going to unofficially call it Roselli by like a half an inch, but man, we'll leave that one up for somebody else. The leaderboard finished them with Roselli and Henderson, so we'll have to go with that.
We'll
for
go
now.
with the electronic scoring and say that was Robbie Roselli was the winner, and that's the second trophy dash for cash.
And in one of the closest races I have ever seen at the Estevan Motor Speedway, driving the number 0 car, Robbie Roselli. Wow.
Yeah, that's about all I can say. A lot of credit goes out to Kelly Anderson. That was a good, clean race. Like to put a good show on for you guys.
We appreciate that. How's your heart? You look like you're out of breath or something.
Just adrenaline's going. Got the shakes.
Do you want to run around for a little bit or something? You and Kelly Henderson can have a foot race back and forth out here.
He'll beat me. I'm a little fatter than he is.
Robbie Roselli, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to get going here. The first of 2 B-mains tonight. Only 4 of these cars, like Pat said, will transfer into tonight's feature race.
Hank Berry leads them around. It's going to be go time here momentarily. The green flag is ready, and away we go. We are racing.
Hank Berry out in front, 66 of Kelly Bauman right behind him. Aaron Turnbull in that 21 car. Little bit of trouble as we come into corner 1. But look at Aaron Turnbull on the move in that seat, in that 21 car, the Remax Rocket.
Aaron Turnbull says, I want to run in one place only. I don't want to be in any mess. Hard out in front, leading them around. Second place belongs to Hank Berry. Third place is 66 of Kelly Bauman, followed by Tyler Wagner, Richie Mann, and
Ed Barassa. It looks like we lost the 41 car of Corey Mann. Wasn't he just out there?
Yes, he was.
He has maybe taken the shortcut back to the pits. 9 laps left to go. Look at the distance Aaron Turnbull has put between himself and Smokin' Hank Berry in that number 25 car. And a little bit of ground to be made up between the 66 of Kelly Bauman and Hank Berry. But after that, things are nice and close out there. Tyler Wagner and Richie Mann. I guess if Aaron Turnbull's going to run a B main, he's going to run it very, very well. Look at that car, that 21 Remax Rocket, way out in front as he comes across the start-finish line here. 7 laps left to go. 25, Hank Berry, 66, Kelly Bauman, 77, Tyler Wagner, 42, Richie Mann, and 63 is Ed Barassa.
Aaron Turnbull really has that 21 car holding onto the track nicely, keeping a nice line all the way around. Very smooth on the track out there right now. These guys, I think, are going to be content just to run a nice, clean, nice, easy race all the way around. 4 guys are going to move on.
Well, if Richie Mann wants to be that 4th guy, he's got to hit the hustle pedal and get going past the 77 car of Tyler Wagner. And he may have an opportunity as they come into corner 1. No, he goes in a little hot and gets a little sideways and loses some ground there.
Pretty good race going on right now with the 77 of Wagner and the 66 of Kelly Bauman.
Little bit of sheet metal coming off the left-hand side of Tyler Wagner's 77 machine.
Aaron Turnbull and Hank Berry just kind of out for a nice evening drive right now. The fight is for the last transfer spot. If Richie Mann can catch the 77 of Tyler Wagner, that's really the only race on the track. 2 laps left to go for Aaron Turnbull next time around, or 1 lap left for him, I should say, next time by.
Flagman's got the white flag in hand. Aaron Turnbull's going to be happy to see that. One more time around the 3/8 mile oval here at the Estevan Motor Speedway. And he has clinched a position in tonight's feature race. There's Richie Mann on the move right beside Tyler Wagner, but Wagner gets out of the corner quicker.
Turnbull wins it as his first qualifier for the tonight's B main. Second place is going to go to Hank Berry. The fight is on for the last spot. Third place goes to Kelly Bauman. And Tyler Wagner inches out Richie Mann by and nose.
There's a green flag, and we go racing the second B main of the night. Derek Big Eagle out in front in the number 71 machine, followed very close by Daryl Runge in the 0 car.
So it is Big Eagle, Runge, Baroba, and Lissefeld. That's your top 4 right now, but pushing hard through in there, going for the 5th spot or 4th spot is Devin Raynard. Devin Raynard, I should say, he's one of the fastest cars on the track, trying to make up some ground over the 61 of Wes Bailey, and gets by him going down the back straightaway.
He's still got his work cut out for him as he's got to get into that 8 car of Devin Raynard, has moved into the 4th position and is currently battling Lissefeld in the number 4 car. I guess they're also fighting for track position as well, where they, if they end up winning this race, they're closer to the front and in the feature race. There's the 61 car of Wes Maley trying to sneak back onto the track. We'll see if the officials let him in.
Devin Raynard really going hard on there.
Raynard coming down low, trying to get past Derek Big Eagle in the 71 car. He is denied. He'll only have 3 more laps to do it.
Raynard driving the wheels off that thing right now, like he wants to go to the big dance. You know that's the case.
We have got some well-matched vehicles in this B main. Now that Raynard's out in front, he is clear and free for takeoff out there. Putting a lot of distance between him and the 0 car of Daryl Runge. And Runge is putting the distance between him and the 71 car of Derek Big Eagle.
Of course, Devin Raynard running one of those Shaw Taylor race cars, and he really has that thing going. And same car, same chassis as Aaron Turnbull, so they both look like they're going to be fast in tonight's feature.
Here comes the checkered flag, and your winner coming from way in the back, number 98, Devin Raynard. Second spot, 0 of Daryl Runge, the 4 car of Lissefeld, and the 71 of Derek Big Eagle. Those are your 4 cars that will transfer into the big dance coming up later on tonight.
We're just going to go for caution free. Here goes Randy Stepp. He sees the green flag, and he's leading this group into number 1 corner. Lee Schaff on the move in the back, coming from about the 6th row up to the 3rd row already in the 97 car. And Lee Schaff, he doesn't waste any time when that green flag flies.
How about Corey Evans in that 33 car? Already up to 2nd position right now. Look at that, going around the outside of Stepp.
Corey Evans, we saw him after the trophy dash. We saw him lead his heat around to a successful win. And he's coming right up, challenging for 1st place position again early in this race. So in the 2nd lap, he bumps into Randy Stepp and comes around out of number 4 corner successful. Randy Stepp wasn't scathed by that.
I think Randy
still
Stepp
holds the lead.
Randy Stepp has been bumped into enough times on the track that that wouldn't bug him at all.
So still the leader on this program, 81 car of Randy Stepp, followed by the 33 of Corey Evans. Lee Schaff running 3rd. Austin Doe running 4th.
That is Alyssa Harris.
Alyssa Harris for that 17. I got the wrong 17 there.
The next
Austin
17
Doe
is
5th.
Austin Doe. There you go. followed by the 99 car of Jared Barnstable. Fred Alexander in the number 8 Power Dodge machine. 48 Colby Ginnis, 21 Carl Hansen. 27 is Wilson. And bringing up the pack at the back of the pack, Brady Mann in number 6. Look at that, 4 wide coming into corner number 1 and 2.
And Randy Stepp has to take a back seat to the 33 of Evans and the 97 of Schaff.
Lee Schaff has got that car turned on tonight, too.
It almost looked like somebody threw a steel weight out behind Randy Stepp's car coming out of number 2 corner that time, last time around. Now he's got under power again and working. So Lee Schaff leading this race around. The 97 car coming up into some lap traffic soon. About a quarter of a lap ahead.
There's something you don't see often. The number 3 car of Jim Mann tailing this crowd of hobby stocks out here tonight.
Oh, we got Brady Mann going loose in number 1 corner in the number 6 car. The 14 car of Brendan Higgs had to hold up and avoid a collision there. The number 6 car is really loose and sliding about on the lower side of those corners.
And here we go into the lap traffic. 33 of Corey Evans going on the outside of Jim Mann. That puts Lee Schaff kind of stuck behind Jim Mann unless he's going to take him down low, but it doesn't look like Jim Mann's going to give him the spot to do that.
So Colby Guinness goes for a slide.
And so does Corey Evans in the 33 car.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Corey Evans goes real slide. Lost a lot of track position there. Jim Mann just avoided nose to nose on there coming into that number 3 corner.
And that would put Lee Schaff out in front right now in the number 97 car, followed by the 81 car of Stepp. Then the 99 of Jared Barnstable. 17 of Austin Doe in behind there. And Corey Evans making his way past some more lap traffic here, trying to gain back the ground that he lost.
Halfway through this race, Corey Evans leading the field in the 33 car right now. Fred Alexander having trouble in the 8 car. He was dropping off coming out of number 2 corner.
Nine laps left to go. Lee Schaff, your current leader in the number 97 car.
Randy Stepp, I think, is still running 2nd. I don't know where it goes after that.
I would say Austin Doe and then Corey Evans. Corey Evans still on the move in that number 33 car, getting past the 17 car of Austin Doe. Trying to find his way back to the front of this track. But I tell you, that 97 car of Lee Schaff is turned on. We have got 4 laps remaining in tonight's IMCA Hobby Stock feature. Brady Mann having a little bit of trouble with that 6 car. It seems to be all over the track tonight. Three laps left.
Lee Schaff has been dominating for about the last 12 laps in this race. Right after Corey Evans kind of went wonky in the number 33 car and lost control of number 3 corner. But
speaking of losing control, number 6.
Again.
Brady Mann getting a little sideways coming out of corner number 4. And Lee Schaff pretty much running his own race out there. All by himself, all out in front. Gonna get the white flag this time by the checker, just this time by the flag stand, I should say. And technically he's going past the checkered flag, right?
He will be, it's hanging there.
Yeah.
He's gone by it 19 times now. And nobody around him, so he's probably not going to get into much trouble.
No, should be okay, as long as Lee Schaff behaves himself. Here comes your winner, ladies and gentlemen, driving car number 97. That is Lee Schaff. And I think
Randy
Stepp in the 81 is in second. And Corey Evans, I believe, and then Austin Doe. Kelly Henderson leading them around in the number 24 car, followed by number 95, Greg Mann, 99, Rocky Alexander, 18, Ryan Harris, and 0, Robbie Roselli. That is big competition out there, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of talented drivers and some amazing equipment at their control.
Kelly Henderson, continuing to display what he's typically good at in the stock car class. And he's leading the field successfully right now.
The Labatt's changing position out there. Sterling in the 55 car being passed by the other Labatt in the 71 machine.
Greg Mann in the 95 car trying to close that gap on the 24 of Kelly Henderson to take over that first place position. But Kelly Henderson holding that 3 or 4 car length lead very good right now, very well. Rocky Alexander pushing hard in third about the same way, trying to close the gap on the 95 of Greg Mann.
Last time out at the Estevan Motor Speedway, Rocky Alexander in that number 99 machine was flying, did extremely well. And the number 95 car of Greg Mann, he had a little incident last time out here and kind of drove his car into the back of Ryan Harrison. I think we've had another little incident out here in between corner number 3 and 4.
We have somebody sitting off this racing service at the top of number 3 and 4 corner, ready to come back on if he's under power.
All right, let's get ready to go once again. Green
Kelly
flag
Henderson
waves.
looking for the green flag, and it's there.
Al Turnbull in that number 7 car, hard on the throttle, gaining a lot of ground, maybe a little bit ahead of schedule. Didn't really do him much good, though, as they come into corner number 2.
If it doesn't gain you favor, there's probably go unnoticed.
Kelly Henderson still doing well in that number 24 car, followed closely by the 99 of Rocky Alexander and the 95 of Greg Mann. And we can't forget
Brendan Labatt sneaking up hard in that blue 71. I think he's turning her into football season now.
We'll see if he's running defense or offense here. Greg Mann trying to get past Rocky Alexander was kind of denied an opening. Looks like another opportunity as they come out of corner number 4 here.
This group of 4 cars hanging close together. Kelly Henderson is not putting a lot of space between himself and the 3 of Mann and Alexander and Labatt behind him. They're hanging very close.
We should keep an eye on that yellow 0 machine of Robbie Roselli as well, as he's kind of all by himself out there. So he's got a lot of room to just get going and catch up to that front 4 cars.
And Robbie Roselli, of course, won the trophy dash in this class of car here tonight. So we know that machine can perform quite well at any given time. So like you say, keep an eye on it. Meanwhile, Greg Mann still trying to close that gap on Kelly Henderson. And I wouldn't say that Henderson has a lot on Greg Mann's car. Brendan Labatt has taken third position away from Rocky Alexander.
Ryan Harris and Sterling Labatt having a little battle going on right now. Labatt takes him low coming out of corner number 4. Harris will not let him by.
We got the number 9 car of Blair Hansen in trouble over here going into the infield out of number 4 corner.
Ryan Harris sneaking back onto the track here. Car not really performing that
And
well.
there goes Brendan Labatt on the outside past Kelly Henderson coming into number 3 corner. Can he hold that line though? Coming out of number 4 corner. Greg Mann goes sideways and Robbie Roselli behind him. There's a crash as the 36 car Dickey slides into the side of Robbie Roselli.
Green flag drops. We are racing once again. Kelly Henderson followed by Robbie Roselli and Brendan Labatt. Greg Mann in the 95 car way at the back of the pack, getting a little squirrely coming through the corner.
And the 55 of Sterling Labatt goes around.
Oh,
hard.
A lot of cars going around there.
Greg Mann takes the nose cone off on a truck tire. Caution lights are out, and we're going to go racing here right away. And we are. He wanted to get some momentum going, I think. Here we come.
We have got a lot of strong cars out here. And I tell you, that 24 car of Kelly Henderson looks like he may be one of the strongest ones out there right now. But Brendan Labatt challenging him in the number 71 car, the 0 car of Robbie Roselli, right behind them.
Rocky Alexander off number 4 corner into the grass, out of harm's way. Brendan Labatt is really challenging as he comes out of number 4 corner, bumper to bumper with Kelly Henderson. Well, we're going to caution in number 4 corner now again as Jeff Mann is tangled up with, I think, Ryan Harris. And probably was Nicky. Is he still in the program?
I think you are correct. 55 car, Sterling Labatt. Seeing if he has to pay any admission to get back on the ride. As we get going green here again at the Estevan Motor Speedway. Trouble for Labatt.
Trouble for Harris. Coming, trying to catch up to the troops here.
I wonder if we've got a flat tire on the the 71 car of Brendan Labatt as he heads off the back, heading down into the pits. Did I mention that corner number 4 was a little slippery?
Well, Ryan Harris is trying to catch up to the group here as the green flag was dropping. He came around to that number 4 corner just a little too hot. Spun out, did a 360 right there. And then I think his engine stalled on him. He couldn't get back under power before the caution went. So
Joe Fleury trying to take the outside of Kelly Henderson, going high into corner number 1. Not quite enough power and momentum to get past him. Robbie Roselli, a nice little battle between those 3 going on right now. We're going to go into corner number 1, 3, no, make that 2 wide.
and Kelly Henderson regains the lead. Brendan Labatt sitting down here with his tire change, but not quite in time. He's going to be a couple laps down.
That's too bad. That car was definitely a contender out here in this race. 6 laps left to go. The 24 car of Kelly Henderson leading him around. The 0 car of Robbie Roselli. And Smokin' Joe Fleury in the number 20 machine.
Wes Bayer still in the hunt at 4th place in the 21 car. And Trent Emil hanging in the back in the 11 car, now running 5th. By attrition only.
Kelly Henderson getting a little bit of distance, putting some real estate between his car and the 0 car of Robbie Roselli and the 20 car of Joe Fleury.
Kelly Henderson got a pretty good lead on the Joe Fleury car running second right now. He's been doing that this whole race after every caution, just distancing himself a little bit, lap per lap, by car length per lap almost.
Robbie Roselli sliding back in the pack there as well, as he's in 3rd spot, but quite a ways away from the 2nd place car of Joe Fleury. 2 laps left to go. And there's some big distance between all 5 of these remaining cars. White flag will come out. That means one more trip around the track. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to your winner. Number 24, that is Kelly Henderson. Followed by Smokin' Joe Fleury, the 0 car of Robbie Roselli. And car number 21, Wes Bear. And bringing up the back of the pack, a good-looking Monte Carlo of Trent Emil. Well, my friends, that means it's now time for the big dance, the big show. $5,000 to win. Oh, that's big money for sure. Big money.
So in this race, as we were talking earlier, when you add up all the prize money right down to the 24th position out of these cars that are starting, it all adds up to $16,700 on the line here for all these drivers.
Leading
Little bit of
around
trouble
is
off the
the
back.
67 car of Jordan Boyce. Followed by Joe Galloway out of Fort Francis, Ontario. 4J of Wayne Johnson sitting in 3rd. Beside him is Troy Kittler. Beside him in the 99 car is Sean Strand. And outside of them in the number 10 car is Tyson Turnbull.
You know, we saw Jordan Boyce earlier tonight in that 67 car. First heat out. Did a really good job. Led that field around and finished first in that first heat. And I think, Jordan went back in the last 2 weeks and said, I'm going to go by Estevan. I'm going to do really well on that show, and he's definitely displaying good running car right now.
Actually, Jordan Boyce is running a brand new car, so that's really working for him out there tonight, and nice to see him going that fast and leading this field right now. Wayne Johnson sits in 2nd place, followed by Joe Galloway out of Fort Francis in 3rd, Troy Kittler out of Turtle Lake in 4th, Sean Strand out of Bismarck in 5th.
Tyler Wagner in trouble, went off the back of the Speedway heading for the pit area.
Mike Hagan having some trouble coming through 3 and 4 corner, getting a little boost from behind. That car just not working, pushing a little bit through 3 and 4 corners, and McClanahan coming behind him, came into underneath him a little bit, give him a little bump. Hagan having all kinds of trouble to make that thing turn, coming through the 3 and 4 corners and holding the cars up behind him.
Wayne Johnson hard on the heels of the 67 of Jordan Boyce, though. We got a really good race on the front 2 right now. Jordan Boyce and Wayne Johnson. 67 and 4J.
Couple cars on the move. The 21 car of Aaron Turnbull and the 19 of Big John Fleury about mid-pack, really slicing through the field, trying to make up some ground to catch up to the front part of this race. Pfeiffer sitting in about 8th or 9th spot right now, right behind Devin Raynard and Tyson Turnbull. But right now it is Jordan Boyce leading them around, doing a nice job. We've got a car that's slowing down there. We don't know who that is. Look out. That is John Fleury's car.
John Fleury in trouble in number 1 corner there, eh?
Giving up the ghost, and that's going to bring out a caution. Tough break for the 19 car of John Fleury. He was really coming up from the back of the field, and now it looks like there is big trouble for the 19 car out of Williston.
Was there smoke involved in what you saw, Pat?
I did not see anything other than the car slowing down.
Maybe just ignition trouble. Very thing. The caution lights are out. We're going to go green again here right now. Tyson Turnbull up high on the outside, looking for some momentum coming down, and the green flag flies. Jordan Boyce gets a little tap from Wayne Johnson coming to number 1. Unfazed, he still holds the lead.
3 wide coming off number 2 corner there with Kittler Joe Galloway and the 99 car of Sean Strand. Sean Strand moving through the field very nicely as well, challenging right now for the number 2 spot behind Wayne Johnson, getting by the number 71 car of Joe Galloway out of Fort Francis. One car that has moved up from a long ways back in the field is the 98 car, Devin Reynard. He came through the B main, of course, and he's currently sitting in 5th spot.
Oh, we got trouble.
McClenahan,
Les
Hank
McClenahan
Berry.
came down across a field of cars coming in behind him, and they all got tagged up. I don't know what
involved.
caused.
Looks like the 17H of Hortness. I can't see the other numbers right now.
I think that might be Reynard in there, isn't it?
No, he was way out. He's in 5th spot.
Oh, there he is, up there he is. Sorry.
I believe that's Lissefeld, and I can't see the number. Could be, not sure. 2K. Caution lights are out. We're back racing. Jordan Boyce leads them around.
Will Matahovic just brought his car back onto the racing surface as well.
Lots of contact coming out of number 4 corner there between Wayne Johnson, Strand, and Joe Galloway out of Fort Francis, Ontario. Strand pushes himself up into 2nd spot through all of that mess. Wayne Johnson's got something broken on his car. I think he's going to head to the pits as a result of that collision coming off of the restart.
Just slid off number 3 and 4 corner there. Heading for the, like you say, probably heading for the pit area.
But it is Jordan Boyce, Sean Strand, Devin Reynard, Joe Galloway, Troy Hippel, and Aaron Turnbull. That is your top leaders, followed by the 11 car of Pfeiffer, the 2K of Kittler, Mad Mike Hagan, Hank Berry, and the 17 of Harris. Right now,
there's some good racing going on back there. About 5, 6, 7 races in Troy Kittler and Heupel and Hank Berry, all that group of people. Steve Pfeiffer in that group. Got some good racing going on. They're really jockeying for positions.
Actually, a really good race right now going on with Aaron Turnbull and Stephen Pfeiffer right behind the 4T of Troy Heupel. That's the one to watch right now. Strand going for the lead, gets by Jordan Boyce. You know, I've seen Sean Strand go for this track is a little bit slick, and I'll tell you, there isn't anybody better on a dry slick track than Sean Strand. And that's why he's sitting out in front right now. Boyce has his work cut out for him to get him. But right from the back of the field, though, sitting in 3rd spot very nicely, Devin Reynard.
It would appear that if there's going to be a challenge for Sean Strand in that 99 car, it's going to be the guy 1 digit behind. I don't mean by position, by 1 number. That'd be Devin Reynard in that 98. Because he's been driving all evening very well with that car, and he's really much got his head into the race here tonight.
Starting to lose a little bit of the other grooves there now. Everybody seems to be running the same line for the time being. Who's going to be the first one that tries it up somewhere else, Bill?
Well, that's usually a trick that Hank Berry starts doing, but he's way back in the field, about midfield, so he may.
Jordan Boyce has got something going on with his car. Well off the pace, slowing.
And he's got some trouble on the left panels.
Well, somebody clipped him going by. I didn't see the car that clipped him.
But the caution is out, I believe, for that reason.
There's some debris on the track. I didn't see which car clipped him on the way by. We might be able to see. I think it might have been Hagan. Hagan's got some damage, and I think it was Hagan that hit him.
Devin Rayner's tested the throttle there on the 98 vehicle. Wanted to give that Sean Strand in the 99 a bit of a run.
Turnbull knifes his way into 2nd spot, having a heck of a battle with the 98 car. Reynard gets himself into 2nd down the back straightaway, right behind the 99 car of Sean Strand. Coming hard from behind is the 11 car of Stephen Pfeiffer and the 2K of Troy Kittler. Hank Berry into the mix now as well, sitting in about 6th spot, right behind the 10 car of Aaron Turnbull, or Tyson Turnbull, pardon me. Actually, that isn't Mike Hagan out there. That's Jim Harris. I'm sorry. I apologize. Right behind the 29 car, McClenahan, is Harris having a good battle with Kelly Bauman right now.
Mike Hagan left under the last caution when he was had been tagged up with Jordan Boyce there. Now
That's correct.
He didn't return.
That's right. Right now it is Strand putting a little distance on the 21 car of Aaron Turnbull and the 98 of Devin Raynard. Pfeiffer in the mix as well, looking to put his nose in there, going to maybe try a higher line coming out of 3 and 4 corner.
But battling back here for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th position, we got a real race going on. It's Aaron Turnbull, Devin Raynard, Troy Kittler, Steve Pfeiffer, all battling really very hard back there for that 2nd place position.
Pfeiffer looking to go high and get some track position over and above the 98 car of Raynard. Now he's going to try it underneath. Man, oh man, those guys are racing. Raynard gets by Turnbull going into corner number 3.
I think it's kind of good to note that Hank Berry, the old sly old fox here in the 25 car, he's not too far back, running there in about 7th position, 8th position.
Absolutely right.
Not out of the race.
Absolutely right, Bill. Very patient. He'll sit back there for a few more laps. There's lots of racing left to go here. 16 laps, anything can happen.
He's been on these races, these longer lap races before. He staying out of some trouble. And look for an opportunity.
Strand and Raynard putting a little bit of distance between the 3rd and 4th place cars now. Right now it's Raynard challenging for the lead. What a race going on the track between the 11 car of Stephen Pfeiffer and the 21 of Aaron Turnbull. Pfeiffer gets by him going into number 4 corner. Turnbull trying to take the lead back from going by the flag stand.
A little bit of cat and mouse going on back there. Look, one guy looking at the other guy, repeating what the previous guy does to him next time around. Now Steve Pfeiffer puts a little distance out. He's running a fairly strong 3rd by himself. Hey, Les McClenahan's car left the racing service, I believe. The 29 headed off to the pits. There's Devin Raynard up there challenging now with Sean Strand.
And that's good news for Stephen Pfeiffer. He says, you guys go ahead and race up there all day long, because the harder you race each other, the more ground I'm going to make up in 3rd spot.
So we're coming down into the last below 10 laps left. 9 laps left as of right now. Sean Strand, Devin Raynard battling hard for 1st place position as Raynard coming on the inside through number 2. Momentum is in the Strand's favor coming out of number 2 corner though.
You know, we have got one heck of a race going on with those 2 lead cars. Man, oh man, they are back and forth. Strand getting a little distance on Raynard now, but
then it's the Pfeiffer Turnbull show right after that.
Hank Berry having a pretty good battle with Tyson Turnbull right now too. Berry goes inside and see if he can get by the number 10 car of Tyson Turnbull going down the back straightaway, and does. Raynard and Strand are just beating on each other out there right now. Raynard trying everything in his arsenal to get by the 99 car of Sean Strand, but like as I mentioned before, on dry slick track, Sean Strand is tough.
We have Aaron Turnbull doing a 180 on the back right behind the Murray leaderboard, sitting there just off on the back straightaway, and the caution flag is out. I believe it was unassisted, but I can't say for sure. Came out of number 2 corner and did a 180 right there behind the leaderboard. Devin Raynard walking on the throttle, but not quite as much propulsion as the 99 car of Sean Strand, and there no ability to get by.
Look who's sitting in 4th spot right now, moving up through the field is Hank Berry of the 25 car. Raynard all over the back end of Strand right now, doing everything to get by him, and maybe can get him going into the number. Nope. Strand shuts the door on him.
So it's still Sean Strand, Devin Raynard, Steve Pfeiffer, Hank Berry, Troy Kittler. Top 5 right now. It looks like Devin Raynard has enough car there, and if he could get it out in front of Sean Strand, that he could hold it there.
I agree, but I just don't know how he's going to do it. Raynard doing everything to get by him, but Strand is shutting the door down, and Raynard doesn't dare go on another line, or he'll lose that position too.
This may be the opportunity right now. He's going into number 1 corner very hot, and
Raynard gets by him in number 2 corner. Wow, what a race.
Snuck by on the front straightaway right in front of the grandstand. A really good move by him. Just as we're saying, we don't know how he's going to do it. He showed us how he was going to do it, I guess.
It doesn't matter how many laps you lead, I guess, as long as you lead the last one, and Devin Raynard thinks he wants to do that. And I agree, like that 98 car I think is going to be gone. I don't think Strand's going to catch him now.
So one more lap to go. The white flag is out. Devin Raynard currently the leader. He won the B main, came out of the B main. He's looking to clean up this race tonight, and he's put himself a good distance ahead of Sean Strand. And he's coming around to take the checkered flag for $5,000.
Devin Raynard, there's your winner. Devin Raynard takes home the $5,000. $2,500 goes to Sean Strand. $1,500 to Stephen Pfeiffer, and $1,250 to the 4th place car. That is Hank Berry. Those cars have been coming around out in front of here momentarily. Wow, what a race. Devin Raynard.
Like I was saying, Pat, just as we were talking about how is he going to do it, how is he going to get around Sean Strand car in that 99 car, and with 3 laps left to go, he showed us how to put that 98
good job,
snuck her down past.
Good job on Devin Raynard. Wow, what a race.
And a nice little burnout. You'll see him here, folks. He'll be coming around right in front of you here in a few minutes. $5,000 more in his pocket tonight than he had when he came here. Take it away, Trevor.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's climbing out of the car. We talked to him last time down here, and man, he put on an amazing show tonight. We got to thank him for that. Number 99, Sean Strand! Wow.
Yeah.
That was close. That was extremely close, and I got to thank you for putting on an amazing show for us, Sean.
Hey, thanks for having these deals. It's a blast. I mean, I wish more people would participate in them to make it, you know, little more hepped up. But you know, can't complain with 32 cars. There's a good class of cars here tonight, and it's a pretty good racing, I think.
So you had a good run on Raynard for a good portion of that track, or a good portion of that race, and then all of a sudden, what happened? How did he get past you?
He was faster.
Well, that makes it pretty simple right there. We can see once you got out in front, the car was a little bit quicker, but your car was set up. You were doing awesome, and we thank you for coming out and racing for us again here in Estevan Motor Speedway.
Thanks for having us.